Did I feel that I'm entitled? Not at all. And the breakfast was anything but good. So I was very frustrated. I was like, I'm a paying customer and this is nonsense. And I literally posted my experience on Instagram review. If you want some polished scripted story, you should check out other channels. And this is when things went really bad. Whoa, what's up? Message the captain. No idea how they do that. So they wouldn't serve me anymore. No water for me, no drinks. It got even worse. Get him to stop filming because we don't want this on the internet. Said, no, you cannot film anymore. It's like, is this how you deal with criticism? I felt humiliated. Just like this. You have to see the CEO, the head of the company, the man in charge, the captain in command is totally fine with the fact that you pay for something that you never get. So guys, hello and welcome to another flight report. And it's been exactly a year since I flew on Malaysia Airlines, my absolute nightmare flight. And so I thought it's about time to give them a second chance. So I'll be flying on business class today from Denpasar to Singapore with a stopover in Cahill. They don't know I'm coming. I have no idea how this is going to end. I was able to check in, so I'm not blacklisted apparently. But let me talk you through what has happened in the past year between me and Malaysia Airlines. So you probably remember that we agreed on a refund, and even then Malaysia Airlines failed to donate the money. I had to do a second video, and 5 days after the second video, Make-A-Wish Foundation received finally the money. But you can also check out this video. But let me tell you what else happened. And of course the video received a lot of attention, over 1.5 million views. It made headlines all around the world. So Malaysia Airlines put a training in place for the cabin managers and pursers, which I just found out recently. And apparently on the very first day, it got very heated. They call it the infamous Cahill case. And they had such heated discussion that they refused to continue the training, the cabin managers. But after some while, apparently they sorted it all out. But that shows you how much they hate me. So within the past year, I received also a lot of abuse of Malaysia Airlines crew in form of Instagram messages, emails, YouTube comments. Just recently I did a Q&A on my Instagram. Maybe now is a great opportunity to follow me on Instagram as well, where I was once more abused by Malaysia Airlines cabin crew. But I said, if you abuse me, don't do it with your public profile where everybody can see that you work for Malaysia Airlines and you have your name on there. So I publicly blamed and shamed him. I tagged Malaysia Airlines, and just a week after this he messaged me and apologized. So apparently Malaysia Airlines is still monitoring my social media, so he had to come for a report to his manager. He apologized. Apologies accepted, just saying. So yeah, it shows you still how heated and emotional they are about this whole incident. So yeah, and I have no idea what to expect today. Whether they expect me, whether it's going to be a good flight, whether it's going to be another nightmare, whether I'll be welcomed, whether they recognize me and think like, oh my God, now I'm gonna spit in his food. Always wanted to do this. So I go there with like, I'm totally unbiased. I'm going in there, giving them an absolute second chance. Let's see, maybe they redeem themselves, or maybe they won't, but we will find out in a few minutes. So 9 more minutes until Malaysia Airlines touches down here in Denpasar. Plane is already like half an hour late, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to make my connection in KL and whether I can show you the Golden Lounge. Yeah, we'll see. But then there's a lot of flights between KL and Singapore, so I'll be okay. And there's a Jetstar Dreamliner just landing. Do you want me to review that one as well? Or it has a terrible premium cabin? So my Airbus A330 has just arrived and I'm getting a little nervous as closer as we get to boarding. Yeah, we're traveling in business class today. Flight time 2.5 hours to KL. Yeah, it's going to be quite a show today. Thank you.
Welcome aboard. How are you? 6K, Mr. Wenhold. You'll be on this side aisle.
Okay, welcome aboard. Hi there. Thank you.
6K, please, Anissa.
Right, okay.
Welcome aboard. How are you today?
Very good.
6K. So your seat, please.
Sorry. Received an amazing welcome, huge bright smiles. They seem to be very happy to have me on board. No idea whether they know that I was coming, but they have been very, very nice, taking me to my seat and giving me really big smiles. So it seems like they found out that I'm on board, but still, it's a wonderful attitude to have, right? But I'm going to give you a seat tour a little later once we're airborne, but so far so good. I also just received my welcome drink. Also, the cabin manager kind of gave it away that they are aware that I want this flight because I was the only one he addressed by his name. So we're like 40 minutes late. I don't think I'm going to make my connection in KL to Singapore. But let me give you a quick tour here of the throne seat. And as you can see, privacy and the storage space is enormous. I have like heaps of room here, blanket, pillow, more room down here, the personal entertainment screen, as well as the noise cancelling headphones, more storage space, seat controls, more seat controls down here. This is where the table is kept, and then you have more storage space here, a mirror, and yeah, you definitely won't run out of storage space. That's what I love about a good seat. So the product as such is actually very private and very nice. You then have, as I said, like comes in a 1-2-1 configuration, but then also in a 2-2-1 configuration. So the seats in front of me, as you can see, it's like 2, and then every second seat on the window side, it's a throne seat which has more privacy, and they are the same in price. But yeah, so if you book a flight on the 330, make sure you pick a seat ahead of time so you get one of those throne seats.
With your seatbelt fastened and visible even when the seatbelt sign is off.
So I was also just given the menu, and it looks pretty good. For a starter, there's a garden salad, and then beef redang, roast chicken, or grilled snapper. So as a dessert, there's a coconut mousse. So yeah, let's put it, as well as beverages. What is quite interesting is I thought every flight under 3 hours, such as this one. This one is only 2 hours and 50 minutes. I thought they don't serve alcohol. But I also received a wine list. There's champagne, there is beers and liquors all on there. So I hope it's not just for me, Malaysia Airlines. But yeah, it looks good. Very much looking forward to try the snapper on this flight. And guess what? Also my in-flight entertainment is working on this flight. So it's literally 10 pages of movies, and it consists of Chinese, Bollywood, Hollywood. I don't think there's Wi-Fi on this flight, and if so, I won't use it. I certainly will wait with my Instagram post on Malaysia Airlines for once I'm on the ground. And it also comes with those noise-cancelling headphones. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm very hungry. So I hope the lunch is good. And get beautiful views from up here. Look at this. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm gonna give you water first. After that, I'll come back to you.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, no, it's all fine. Don't worry about it. So it seems to be a tradition on my channel every time, literally every time food arrives, turbulences hit in, and they're now so severe that the crew has to suspend the service. However, it looks wonderful. Got the rat snapper, there's a salad here, there is a dessert. Yeah, she served me, and then they suspended the service for some time. I still was able to get some water. I wanted to get some wine as well, but like once they continue, I asked, but they're like super nice about it. But yeah, let's dig in. I actually feel sorry for the people sitting behind me, not getting anything to eat for some time. For your understanding. Love the food, very good. So I also had just a quick chat with the cabin manager. I don't know. I didn't ask him whether he knows who I am or not. Doesn't also matter. But yeah, he is at his best behavior. He's funny. He's good. Like I am at my best behavior. We're all like having a great day. You know, this is when flying is so enjoyable. And often people ask me, what do you think would happen on the flight to London? And to be honest, I don't really know. I think it was just pretty much an attitude problem of the crew, and it all turned into such an issue because it was never dealt with properly. You know, like when there's an issue, you know, and as I said, like they contacted the pilot back then, and he passed on the message to the cabin manager. And I mean, if it is that severe that you pass on a feedback during a flight from the HQ to the pilot, I mean, then as a cabin manager, you should act up on it, right? I mean, you should not send your purse or whatever. I think this was the big issue on that flight, that the person didn't know how to deal with that whole situation, and the cabin manager would just pass on responsibility to somebody else, even though it was, I guess it would be her case to deal with. So, and then it turned into what it became. The person approached me in a really like unfriendly way with a very infamous sentence, "Who do you message?" You know, and it could all have been prevented if somebody would have acted up on it in a more responsible, more sensitive manner, you know, and just like talk it out instead of being like all weird about it. But I could tell from the beginning, from the moment I went on board back on that flight, that it was a very unfriendly environment. And I've heard from people within Malaysia Airlines that they also overall are very angry of the crew because they haven't been performing the way they wanted it. And then I saw in the report, instead of the crew taking responsibility, or they blamed me. They said I was demanding an upgrade to first class or business class, which is complete nonsense because I knew that the flight was going to be full. And even on my way, when I boarded the airplane, when I met Malvinder, one of my subscribers, he witnessed the whole scenario. I didn't ask for anything, you know. I was just like very happy, very excited actually to fly Malaysia Airlines Airbus A350. But the past is the past, and they had also the chance to come back, which they also didn't do. You know, they They didn't take any opportunity to make up for what they've done. And then the whole incident with the donation, the money on my refund, which was never donated, and like all the abuse by the current crew. I know I'm the most hated person in Malaysia Airlines. They can't stand me. If they see me, they get angry. They get abusive. Like as I said, like even that training they had, they weren't really happy to discuss that case. But yeah, this is two things to handle with an issue. Either you reflect and you see, okay, where can I improve? Or you can live in denial, which the crew did on MH04 back then. However, the past is the past. I'm here again, and now, look, I've got a wonderful flight. There's wonderful people. It's a wonderful experience. It is just what Malaysia Airlines used to be. I know Malaysia Airlines didn't have an easy past with all the incidents, MH17 and MH307. They've been through a tough time, but of course it's been very sad events, but like you gotta move on as a company. And then they've rebranded, they came up with this new beautiful slogan, and that should be their focus, and deliver what you promise to your customers, and then you can be once more one of the best airlines in the world. But it's a very long way to go. But yeah, let's get back to the product review. And I said the bed was completely flat, so why not give it a try? You know what that seat reminds me of? Fly Dubai, when I flew on their 737 MAX, which is grounded at the moment. They also have those throne seats. That's more of a regional business class kind of product. It's a bit narrow, it's a bit small. That's what it looks like. So apparently there's also good news because 51 passengers in economy class are also connecting on the same flight to Singapore, 5 in business class. So the cabin manager said he's very certain that our plane is going to wait, and that it's probably even the same plane that then takes off to Singapore. So if I'm lucky, I will make my connection flight and don't have to wait any longer in KL, because I'm still going to go to a birthday party tonight in Singapore, so I hope I can make it. And somebody would be very sad if I can't make it to Singapore tonight. So 40 minutes to go. The captain just announced that we started our descent. It's been quite a bumpy flight in terms of turbulences, but I really hope I can make my connection to Singapore. We'll find out. I will also vlog the second flight, so I'll give you like a whole summary once I'm in Singapore, because one flight is completed, which was wonderful, so I don't know what to expect from the second flight. So once I've completed that and I'm on the ground in Changi, I'll let you know what I think of all this here. So let's get the cabin ready, and then quick short stop in KL, and then we continue to Singapore.
Got connections, please do contact our staff outside for assisting. See you again. Take care. Got everything, yeah?
I do.
Bye. Thank you.
As you can see, now I don't have the throne seat. I just still have a single seat on the aisle, but thank you. Also got a cold towel here. See, this seat alternates a little bit, so it's less private to the throne seat I had over there. It's more exposed as well. You still have decent like storage space down here, and it pretty much looks like the seat I had on the other flight. And yeah, also on this flight, the crew is exceptionally nice and doing a really good job. So while I'm just enjoying my chocolate, we're literally going to descend in like 2 minutes. According to the captain, just made an announcement, so it's a very short flight. And then once we're on the ground, I sum all this up and share my thoughts with you guys, because I think it's going to be very interesting. So before we land, I just want to share something with you I found out today. I'm sure that has never been featured at any flight report around the world. I'm sure I'm the first who figured it out. Seat controls, right? I can operate them just like this. However, if I touch it with my blanket and I press very firmly, nothing happens. So it's interesting. So the surface must be designed like an iPhone, kind of, like very sensitive. So whenever it gets in contact with human skin, it does react. But any fabrics or whatever, nothing. That's pretty cool. And now let me know, have you heard of that before or not? Let me know in the comment section below. But I'm sure I figured that out before everybody else. Thank you. Bye. So that was it. That was me giving Malaysia Airlines a second chance, and as you see, it all went well. And I guess that's what happens when people are at their best behavior. And I really hope that Malaysia Airlines, and especially Malaysia Airlines crew, get over what has been in the past, as I have long time ago. And maybe one day we can all sit together and have barbecue, right? And be all friends again. But yeah, it was a wonderful flight. It was a great experience. It was something else, you know. You never know, like after all the drama and all that stuff, and nowadays you never know how it turns out. But it all went well, and I'm glad I did try them again. And unfortunately, they knew that I was coming, so they were well prepared, but their reaction could have been different. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Malaysia Airlines, for having me, for being such a great host. And maybe in the near future, I will try and fly MH again. All right, guys. You wanted me to fly Malaysia Airlines again. You wanted me to give them a second chance. So reward me with a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the whole experience. And yeah, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. There's a lot of great videos coming towards the end of the year. Some real blockbusters. My Ariana Afghan review, where I went to Afghanistan to review their national carrier. Nepal Airways on their Airbus A330. A few more Indian airlines. So it's gonna be quite an interesting rest of the year in terms of content. So hit that subscribe button and you won't miss out. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And as usual, wherever you're off to, have a safe trip.